And we will be kicking things off with former UFC light heavyweight champion Mauricio Shogun Hua. Mauricio, can you hear us, sir?
Hi,
Hi.
hello,
How are you doing, sir? Thank you for joining us.
thank you.
We will take the first question from Gabriel Gonzalez with Cageside Press. Oh, I'm sorry. Gabriel Pangalangan
Okay.
with Dojo Drifter.
Oh, Shogun, how are you doing?
Good, and you?
I'm doing great. So I'm just curious how you're doing there in Abu Dhabi. How does it feel, no crowds, no busy fight week? How do you feel coming into this fight?
Como é que você está sentindo com essa semana diferente, sem público, menos coisa e tal?
Essa vez é diferente, né? Sem público, a gente no hotel fechado. Mas é uma coisa que eu quis muito, então estou muito feliz, mesmo passando por essas adversidades.
Well, this time is very different. There is no crowd, and we're locked in a hotel room and all of that. So it's a different environment for sure. But I'm happy to be here. I'm very motivated because this is something I wanted. I wanted to fight. So it's been a good experience.
Yes, and your opponent this weekend is someone very familiar. You fought him. This is the third time you'll be fighting him. What are your thoughts on fighting Nogueira for the third time?
Eu acho que lutar com o Rogério pela terceira vez, um cara que você conhece muito.
I'm very happy for this fight. I know Rogério wanted this fight, and this is motivation for me. I'm very happy for this fight. I want this fight, and I'm very happy.
Yes, and of course you've been fighting for a long time already. You've been the champion. Do you see yourself fighting for much longer in the UFC? How far do you see yourself going?
Você já está no UFC há muito tempo, campeão, etc e tal, com uma carreira longa. Você se vê lutando por muito tempo ainda? Quanto mais tempo você se vê lutando?
No, my idea is 2 or 3 more fights, and I finish my career.
Wow. And then what keeps you motivated now? You've been through so many wars. What keeps you motivated to keep fighting?
O que que te motiva?
My family, my fans, my daughters, my team, and I have a dream for my next fight win. This is my motivation.
All right. Well, best of luck this week, and Shogun will be tuning in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we will take the next question from Jay Anderson with Cageside Press.
Thanks very much. And Shogun, first of all, welcome back. I know you said you want 2 or 3 more fights and maybe then retire. I heard you promised your wife only 2 more. So is that being broken?
I broke it, but now it's real. Now 2 or 3 fights I stop. Uh, long time ago, I say for my wife, we want 2 more fights. I fight 15, 16 fights, but now I want 2 or 3 more.
All right. Since you already have 2 wins over Nogueira, was there any hesitation on taking this fight?
Já que você já tem 2 vitórias sobre o Rogério, teve alguma hesitação em aceitar essa luta?
No, I accepted this fight because I know Rogério wanted this fight, and he touched Dana White for this fight, and the UFC touched for my manager, and for this motive, I wanted this fight too because I have a motivation for fighting Rogério.
And how disappointing was the draw with Paul Craig? Because some people had you winning that fight.
Quão desapontador foi o empate com o Paul Craig, já que muita gente marcou a vitória para você?
Eu fiquei muito triste com o resultado. Todo mundo viu que eu venci, Mas, infelizmente, não está no nosso controle isso, né? Mas, realmente, a gente perde muito com isso, né? Com um juiz errando, né?
Well, I got very sad with the result. Everybody saw that I won the fight, but it's not under our control. Unfortunately, we lose a lot with a decision like that. It has an impact, but yeah, I mean, what can we do? It's not on our control, and it was upsetting.
And last one for me, with your last couple of fights, is there any goal? Do you want it to be about legacy? Are you hoping to maybe get a late career title shot? What's the goal for these last few fights?
Qual o seu objetivo para essas últimas lutas? É deixar alguma coisa a mais, alguma luta que importe o legado, ter uma disputa de cinturão, lutar contra alguém específico? O que que você pretende com essas últimas lutas?
No, for me, for my lost fighters, my lost fights is win. But for more important for me is 100% with me in fight. Não me cobro o resultado, eu acho que o mais importante é o melhor.
Well, I don't really pressure myself on a result for my last fights or anything like that. The only thing I want is to be able to give my best. That's all.
All right, well, welcome back again. Looking forward to the fights this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we will take our next set of questions from Andrew Whitelaw with Whitelaw Sport.
Brought up with this fight, with you guys having fought twice before. How do you look back now on your time in Pride and those great matchups and how important they were?
Hoje em dia, como que você olha para trás daquela época do Pride tua e aquelas grandes lutas que aconteceram no Pride que você fez e como que você se lembra dessa época?
Eu fico muito feliz quando olho para trás da minha carreira, minhas lutas. Sou um cara realizado e tenho certeza que Deus me ama muito e me abençoou muito. Então, eu só tenho orgulho da minha carreira.
Well, when I look back at those times and those fights, I get very happy because I really feel I'm a very blessed guy. God for sure loves me and has blessed me with so many great times and great journeys. So I only get happy and have joy when I look back and remember my career and those old days.
Do you feel you've had a little bit more time to reflect recently? With the lockdowns and everything, have you had a chance to look back on your career? I mean, you fought really a who's who, so many legends of the game. How much does that mean to you?
Você acha que agora com a pandemia, o lockdown e tudo ficando em casa, você teve mais chance de pensar no passado, refletir, porque você teve uma carreira incrível, lutou com os melhores do mundo? Você acha que você refletiu, pensou mais no passado com esse tempo de pandemia? O que que você pensa disso tudo?
Em relação a quê?
Em relação à tua carreira, se o fato de você ter ficado em casa, por causa da pandemia, te fez pensar
Não,
mais
acho que
no
não,
passado?
porque a minha rotina foi igual. Eu mantive treinando normal com a minha família. Me mantive ocupado o tempo todo nessa quarentena. Não fez eu pensar algo diferente assim, nada não.
No, actually not. The quarantine and the lockdown didn't really made me reflect more or think more about the past, let alone dwell. I stayed active and busy, even though there were limitations. I was always in my family. I was training. I was doing something, so I was very busy. Didn't really spend too much time reflecting on the past during quarantine.
This is such an incredibly interesting sport. We find ourselves on Fight Island. How does this rank, of all the things you've done and places you've fought in your career? Does this represent a bit of a milestone for you fighting on Fight Island on this card?
Você já viveu tanta coisa na carreira, etc, etc. De alguma forma, essa nova experiência, estar lutando na Ilha da Luta, te faz... isso é uma grande coisa na tua carreira, é um momento épico que você lembra, tipo assim, porra, eu tô lutando na Ilha da Luta, uma coisa especial ou não? Como que você
Não,
tá
acho
sentindo isso?
que isso vai ficar gravado para sempre na minha memória, né? Ter lutado na pandemia, na ilha, não sei o quê. Então acho que com certeza isso vai ficar marcado. E poucas pessoas lutaram na quarentena, né? Então vai ficar marcado para mim isso com certeza.
Well, yeah, I think for sure this is gonna be something I'll remember. It's an opportunity, a different opportunity that very few people had or will have to have fought on the quarantine and here in the island and all that. So it's a new experience, and it's something I'll remember, and for sure it's going to be on my memory forever.
And finally, of the old school rule sets, I mentioned Pride earlier, you know, soccer kicks, all that. Is there anything you missed? Anything you'd bring back?
Eu mencionei o Pride anteriormente, pensando nas regras antigas dos velhos tempos. Tem alguma regra que você traria de volta, se você pudesse?
Com certeza, se eu pudesse, as do Pride, né? Com pisão e tiro de meta.
Well, for sure. If I could, I would bring back Pride rules with the foot stomps and the soccer kicks.
Amazing. Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
And we will take our next questions from Augusto Niez-Gay with Somos MMA.
Hi, Shogun. How are you?
Good. And
Fine, thank you. My first question is, it's always hard to fight against someone who already knows you, and you two have already fought twice. So how do you prepare this fight? Is it special?
for this fight, Nogueira have your game in the box, very good box. Ele é canhoto,
Southpaw.
he's southpaw, it is very difficult. And but I train a lot for Rogério, for St. Paul, for he's very good boxing. I train everything.
Okay, and how did the pandemic situation affect your preparation? If it affected?
Como é que a situação da pandemia afetou a sua preparação? Se afetou.
Então, in my city, my camp for my city, Maringá, and Maringá don't have the quarantena, and I train normal for my team, for my sparrings, everything.
I prepared in my city, my hometown of Maringá, and over there we didn't have a lockdown or a strict quarantine, so it didn't really affect much. I could prepare normally with my team.
Okay, and finally, for me, what is the thing that surprised you the most in this fight island?
O que mais te surpreendeu na Ilha da Luta?
Eu acho que acho que a estrutura que o Cheque deixou pra gente, eu acho, de avião fretado, de hotel, resort, o pessoal arrumando os quartos, acho que realmente foi uma estrutura muito boa e um país que está numa quarentena, eu acho que fiquei impressionado com tudo isso.
Well, what impressed me the most is the structure that the UFC and the sheiks here left to us. It's really impressive, from the charter flights to the safe zone, the hotels, and all the cleaning and the testing was really impressive. Especially it's a country that is on quarantine, taking it very seriously, and to pull off all the structure here for us, it's amazing.
Okay, thank you very much, and good luck for the fight.
Thank you.
And we will take our last set of questions from Damon Martin with MMA Fighting.
Hey, Shogun, leading into this fight, Rogério has said this will be his retirement fight. What does it mean to you to, be the final fight of his career? Win, lose, or draw, this will be his last one.
Significa saber que essa é a última luta dele, você vai ser o último lutador que ele vai enfrentar, ganhando, perdendo, empatando, ele não vai lutar mais.
I'm very happy for this. Nogueira is the legend in the sport, and I am your last fight. I am his last fight. I'm very happy, and Nogueira, he's good fighter and good person. He's the legend.
You have 2 wins over him and great wars. What would be the perfect way to end this one? Would you like to knock him out? Would you like to finish this off with a big finish? Or kind of what is your ideal fight?
I hope you win whatever way. For points, for submission, for knockout, whatever. I'm very happy for win this fight again.
And last question, Shogun, you mentioned 2 or 3 fights left in your career. You fought everybody, but in a perfect world, what do those 2 or 3 fights look like for you? Are there certain fighters or opponents that you'd like to get before your career is over? Kind of like Rogério wanted one more with you. What would be your ideal scenario for your last 2 or 3?
do mundo e tal, tem alguma luta, alguma coisa que você queira para essas últimas lutas da carreira? O Rogério queria lutar com você, por exemplo. Tem alguém que você queira, alguma coisa?
No, my focus in Rogério now, and after my fight, I talk to my manager and I see my next walk. But now, only focus in Rogério.
Thank you, Shogun.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mauricio. Those are all the questions we had for you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eu fecho aqui.